So today we're going to be reacting to Let's Make a Pokemon Game. It's a 31 minute video. I'm very excited to see what the heck this game is, or what the heck this region or this Pokemon game is that JelloApocalypse made. Make sure you leave a like, a comment, subscribe. If you're new, all 40% of you guys that aren't subscribed, but you probably aren't, you probably watch the content a lot. Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. If you want to watch, obviously we're reacting over on the Twitch channel. If you want to be a part of these live discussions and live interactions, definitely be sure to come ahead and do so. Come through, let's watch some stuff, let's chill out, let's react, and let's get into it. Everybody in the YouTube channel, everybody in the Twitch chat, say hi to YouTube real quick. Say hi to YouTube, and let's get into it, dude.
I am a fan of design, especially game design. One of my favorite things to do is get together with friends and sit around and talk about how we would design an entry in one of our favorite video game series. Couple of rules. The game I'm proposing has a real budget and time constraints, so I can't ask for anything that would take $500 million or man hours that we don't have. It has to be a reasonable pitch that's at least somewhat realistic, so you can't just pop in 1,000 new Pokemon into the game as though that wouldn't take any work. It also has to be like a Pokemon game for all ages, like a real one they'd actually try to sell, so you can't just be like, oh yeah, you joined the bad
Oh my god. Thank you so much, bro, because look, bro, we gotta have this conversation. There are so many people that want like a dark story for Pokemon, and it's like, bro, look, dog, just go play Pokemon Reborn Rejuvenation, bro. Pokemon's never getting any darker than black and white.
So let's dive right in.
Watch.
Here is the pitch. You are a new trainer.
I like these designs.
The region of Regiona, doesn't matter where it is, doesn't matter where it's based on. You are ready to receive a Pokemon and start your adventure. But that's the key. This is supposed to be an adventure, and one of my big problems with recent Pokemon games is that the Pokemon world maps are so linear. You can't go where you want to. You can't explore. The earlier generations have a little more variety.
Kanto and Johto are like the only forms of like open worldness. Like, I feel like Kanto, when you get access to Saffron City and like that Celadon section, you can really do whatever you want. You can literally go to Fuchsia City. You can go to Saffron City. You get Surf. All you gotta do is literally just go get Surf. You can go to Cinnabar and go straight to Sabrina. You can really do whatever it is that you want to do in any order in Kanto.
Don't get me wrong, I am not one of those people who thinks that Generation 1 is the end-all be-all best Pokemon region. In fact, Kanto has been accessible in 5 generations of games now, and I hope we never see it. But
what's with all this Kanto slander, dog? We gotta stop doing this, bro. We gotta stop slandering Kanto, dog. Niggas want a open world Pokemon game. Kanto is as far as we gonna go. I'm sorry. Unless Legends of Arceus is like sectional in terms of gym leaders, relax. Fire and Leaf Green are still the best Pokemon games, hands down. That might be a hot take, but relax.
Instead of having 2 different versions of the game, like Black and White or Sun and Moon, there are 3 of them. And each version starts you off with a different starter Pokemon in a different starting location. The idea is there are 3 professors, and they're all goofy and quirky and fun, and they're rivals with one another, and they want to have a competition. So each professor picks a trainer, and these guys are like your friendly rivals.
Okay. So I like that. I like that. The problem with that is the whole purpose of Pokemon is to give you the variety of the choice, right? Like, for you to, the whole purpose of the the region or the different versions of the games is to like basically tell the same story with the legendary Pokemon corresponded with that cover, right? So ideally what he's doing is he's making 3 versions, but instead of a legendary Pokemon, they're centered off of the starter Pokemon themselves. And that's not a bad idea. It's just that it kind of takes away the player's idea of choice when they go and start up the game, and you're putting more emphasis on like story and exploration that way.
Each of the 3 versions starting areas are really different. So let's say there's a fire themed area, a water one, a grass one, just to match the starters. But the key is that all the areas have to be cool and interesting. You don't want players to avoid picking up one of the versions just because the starting area in that one is lame. Each of these towns has a unique set of Pokemon that live around there with a variety of types that you can catch right off the bat. So maybe the fire themed area is like a factory with steel and poison types, or or a festival town with lots of lights and electric Pokemon. The grass area is like a forest, but it's a haunted forest or a magic forest with ghosts and fairy and dragon Pokemon everywhere.
I'm liking
like
that.
Fairy tale themed. And then the water town is an oasis in the middle of a desert, or maybe it's at the top of a really tall waterfall in the clouds and there's just bird Pokemon everywhere. That way you can design a small linear stretch of the game to serve as a prologue, so no matter which version a player picks up, new players won't get confused and you can still teach them the ropes. And at the same time, veteran players get to check out a new kind of starting area instead of just, here's a Pidgey, here's a Rattata, there's grass. So the way the game works is you get your Pokemon from the professor and you get your Pokedex and they're like, hey, every town has an optional research quest you can do.
But my problem with this idea is, just like Shy said, what if one thing is objectively better, like one route, right? So if I choose the fire route, right, and that fire route literally comes with fire type Pokemon, ground type Pokemon, electric type Pokemon, rock type Pokemon, it's like, that's hard. That's hard, right? But then for the water type, you know, all you got is nobody wants a full team of water type Pokemon. The grass one would probably have a lot of variety because it's like, you know, it's just grass poison, grass ghost type Pokemon, psychic type mons because Abra's in the forest as well, Pikachu probably because Pikachu's in the forest, cool. But like, you want power if we're talking like, you know, if it was me, I'd go for the fire type. You know what I'm saying? I'd do the fire type one because objectively, ground types are amazing. Fire types are amazing. There might be a dragon up in here somewhere, so you can have a wide variety of Pokemon. But there will be mons that are just better stat wise and not like favorites and whatnot. Like I feel like that's something that you like, you can't deny that, where it's like, hey, this section has a wide variety of Pokemon. These other two sections have a wide variety of Pokemon. But this section right here, it has a Gibble. It has a Charmander. It has a Marowak that you can like deadass get headbutt on early.
Like a little dungeon or a scavenger hunt or something, and they're not mandatory, but you should go do them. And you get to the end of the starting area and there's a gym leader you have to fight, and you beat that guy and he's like, hey, you should go collect all the badges. And you're like, yeah, you know what, that sounds fun, I'd love to go collect all the badges. Where should I go next? And the answer is anywhere. Once you have your first badge, the world is yours to explore. Like, half the map is open immediately. So here's how I think this would work. The region is split into 4 different areas. I'm gonna call them counties,
said 3
because that's focus.
I said 3.
So each
I said
of the starting
3
areas is in its own county, and then there's like another county in the middle, and that's where the Pokemon League is. And you can just go wherever you want. I mean, some areas are too high leveled for you at the start, and if you waltz over there with your level 10 Bidoof, you're gonna get your butt kicked. But you can go there. There's no intricate plot or anything other than you want to explore. Make it so that when you're under leveled, the run mechanic has like a way higher chance of working, so low level players don't just get destroyed by a wild Pokemon encounter. But also, you know, like put a high level trainer blocking the route's exits so they can't just waltz through the whole game while running from all the monsters. Most of the world map is open at the start, but there's a bunch of these little optional dungeons and secret areas that are blocked off until you get either a special item that works like an HM or a special Pokemon. The world map is a little bit like a giant JRPG Metroidvania. Hide most of the good TMs and a lot of stat up items in the dungeon. Like if you want a good TM, like if you want Earthquake, you're gonna have to find that in the Earthquake cave. Some dungeons have Pokemon bosses.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So, I don't like the idea of like dungeons, because dungeons would just literally just be Breath of the Wild. Like the whole purpose of those I forgot what those things are called. The shrines. Like the shrines are cool, but those are like a thing because you need to like utilize your different aspects of Link's arsenal and whatnot. That'd be fine, right? I feel like that doesn't work for Pokemon. Like I feel like maybe give them like a boss Pokemon if you wanted to. That could be a perfect way to bring back Dynamax Pokemon, where it's like, hey, here's a if you go in this cave right now, you can get access to like I don't know, like a Snorlax or whatever, and he's a Dynamax Pokemon, and then you could literally just go up in there, like how they have that Dynamax Adventures, essentially just like going through there, but you get to explore it more so than you just going through like a straight shot and choosing whatever you want to do. It's like I don't think making changes to like the original cave layout because caves, forests, and deserts, they're already in Pokemon games anyway. They're used like communion places.
Like a totem Pokemon style thing, or like a Snorlax, and then you have to fight it. And you get a reward for beating them, because I really like the Pokemon bosses that are actually Pokemon instead of trainers. So you might be wondering how they're going to balance a game as open as this one. It's easy to balance a linear RPG because you know exactly where your player will be and when they'll be there, but it's a lot harder when they can just kind of wander around wherever. So there are two big balancing factors that I thought of. The first is that each county kind of has its own generalized difficulty level. So the first one you start out in is like level 5 to level 25 or level 30, and all the trainers and wild Pokemon there are kind of around that level. So then the other two counties you didn't start in are statted somewhere like 20 to 60, and that way if you wander in there early on, you can explore a little. But there's definitely areas that you have to train your way up to before you can explore the entirety of the county. Then the middle county is like, that's the final county. It starts at like level 45 at the absolute lowest. I like the idea that you can kind of wander into that county really early on and see all the powerful trainers there, because it kind of gives the player something to work towards, and I think that's really important in a game as open as this. The other big balancing factor is the gyms. A lot of secondary Poke media like Pokemon Origins and the manga have this ongoing thing where gym leaders actually have multiple teams of Pokemon, not just one, and they're all at different levels of strength. And the gym leader uses a different team based on how many badges the challenger has. So say the challenger has 1 badge, you might fight like 2 Pokemon around level 10, but if the challenger has 6 badges, it could be a team of 5 Pokemon in the like late 30s, early 40s. That's a really cool idea, and I want to run with it. Also, gym leaders no longer specialize in one specific type of Pokemon anymore. Pokemon has done this to death. I think there is nothing more that can be done with it. So instead, gyms are now based around specific themes and mechanics. So instead of an electric gym or a bug gym, there's a sound gym. And the gym leader is like a pop idol named Melody, and all the Pokemon in her gym are sound-based.
The reason why that wouldn't work is because there's a humongous, unfortunately, there's not that much variety in the themes that you would do unless you're going for like, so Lance's whole thing is he's a dragon master. So he specializes in dragons. There's no typing towards him, right? So that would work, right? There's a humongous power discrepancy when it comes to the Pokemon itself, and it's one of those things where you're essentially making the Pokemon trainers bad. Because like you said, like right here, right? Like he literally said Jigglypuff and Chimecho, right? These mons are garbage. These mons are genuinely garbage. The only sound type Pokemon that's good is Exploud and Noivern. Now, granted, not every Pokemon that gets access to Boom Burst, Hyper Voice, or whatever is, you know, like relax. Like, I feel like this would be a humongous imbalance issue, because it'd be like, hey, here is, like, imagine you fighting an Exploud and a Noivern early as hell. You're getting rocked. Rillaboom, you're getting rocked. Toxicity, you're getting rocked. Obstacle, and you're getting rocked. Like, you're getting destroyed by these things.
I think gyms based around mechanical concepts are really cool too. So Pokemon has like 7 million moves and abilities nowadays, and you can use those to construct a lot of really cool specific challenges.
I like that.
To overcome.
I like that.
Ideas for gyms I had. A gym based around weather effects would be really fun. The gym leader's like a weather lady, and her gym is a TV station or something, and she uses combo moves like Sunny Day Solar Beam and Rain Dance Thunder. A gym all about friendship, like every Pokemon there evolves from friendship, so it's like Blissey and Umbreon, and the gym leader's got like a Crobat at max friendship that uses return.
I like that. See, his second idea is better.
I don't want him to be like a biker or something who looks really intimidating, but he's just a really cool dude. Like the gym is a biker bar, but they're all just bros and they're all about being buds and how awesome it is to be nice to other people.
His second idea is better.
Status effect gym, this is the worst one. Everybody hates it. A gym based around gender. So half the trainers use girl-only Pokemon. Some of them use boy-only Pokemon. The gym leader is like a double battle against a really lovey-dovey couple with matching Pokemon like Miltank and Tauros, or Loomis and Volbeat. And if you want to cheese it, then you can just bring in an ungendered Pokemon so they can't use a tract or whatever on you. You get the idea. There's just a million cooler, more interesting things to do.
Now, his second idea is better than his first. His second idea is better than his first. I like that. Like gimmicks and mechanics and features and stuff. I like that idea a lot more than just having themes. I like kind of like battle mechanical stuff. That just makes a lot more sense. It's a lot more cohesive. It's a lot better because certain mons do better under weather. Certain mons do better under friendship. Certain mons are amazing with berries. You can fight a berry master. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I like that.
We could go full-on Pokemon anime, and there are 10 gyms, but you only need to beat 8 of them if you want to get into the Pokemon League. And that way, if one of the gyms is giving you a ton of trouble, you can just go, I'm just gonna skip this one. And I think that'd be more work, and it's a little less realistic. I don't think they'd do it, but it would lead to a lot of really cool.
I was gonna say it'd be cool to have like a story where it's like, oh yeah, I just finished the 5th gym badge. Oh shit, I know where you went. That shit was too hard for me. I went to the one right next to it. Oh, okay, that shit was easy. It's different experiences for different people. It's
gym did you skip? Oh, I skipped this one. I did all of them. That one specific gym was really hard. I totally hated it. This also means that if you already have 8 badges and you show up to one of the last 2 gyms, they can be like, oh, so you got all 8 badges, huh? Okay, I'm gonna fight you for real. And then they're like a bonkers hard super boss. I think being able to fight all the gym leaders at their full strength would be a really fun post-game challenge.
So rematches.
Most of the games have something like that nowadays.
Gym leader rematches, as usual.
I think it would also be cool if some of the gyms could be skipped if you do like a specific side quest for them. Like maybe there's a gym leader who's a firefighter or something. And if you help him out rescuing this Pokemon from a burning building dungeon, he'll be like, hey man, that was really nice of you.
I like that.
I'm actually the local gym leader. Here, have my badge. You earned it, man.
Having gym leader side quests. So like having gym leader side quests would be decent. And if you wanted to battle them, you get access to like, let's say the baby form of their ace Pokemon, or they give you an egg, or they give you a TM. I don't know. I like that idea. I like that.
Team Bad Guys got a set number of places they can show up. There's always at least one at the end of the prologue, so new players will meet them and go, oh, these are the bad guys. I don't like them. I should fight them if I see them. Then after that, there's just a bunch of different events where you can encounter them doing various schemes, and a bunch of them probably tie in with the research quests like, they stole a Pokemon fossil. You gotta get it back. So for instance, maybe you're playing the fire version and there's a bank in one of the first towns you can go to, and there's rumors flying around that Team Bad Guy's gonna rob the bank. And if you get there before, like, I don't know, 3 badges, then you can stop the heist. However, if you never visit that town or don't do that bank dungeon, then they succeed with their robbery, and now all their goons have potions they bought using the bank money. So the game gets a little harder. And if you're playing the grass version, which starts really far away from that bank town, you won't be able to get to the bank in time. But the NPCs will tell you that, oh, the fire buddy ended up stopping that robbery.
I like that.
Instead, you get to fight Team Bad Guy on like a riverboat. You gotta fight him in this riverboat casino, and it's exclusive to the start of this version. And then in the fire and water versions, it's like, oh yeah, I heard Grass Buddy stopped them from taking over that riverboat. That was really nice of them. But in this version exclusively, you get to do it. This way, the world feels like it exists beyond just the player character. It's important that your actions and the actions of other characters have consequences in your world, otherwise it feels soulless. This is why Skyrim's world feels so bland, because you can spend hours doing something like ending the Civil War quest line, and then after you do that, nothing changes. All the enemy camps are still in the same spot, they still attack you, the nation's still at a standstill, and the only difference is that some people sit in different chairs. I also really want there to be like one member of Team Bad Guy who acts as your main rival. Let's just call him Jerk. And Jerk is like,
I like this.
He's like,
I like this.
Silver. He's the one you want to
I like this, man.
And like you keep bumping into him, and at first he's just like a flunky, but every time you see him, he's risen up a few more ranks in the industry, and then by the end of the game, he's the final boss. Pokemon games are for children, so they skew on the easy side, and that's fine. Honestly, I don't really want Pokemon games to be hard. They don't need to be hard, but like, again, this is the most successful franchise in human history, and tens of millions of your players are now teenagers or adults who have been playing Pokemon for years, decades even. So it might be nice if there was an option to play with a slightly trickier difficulty level.
I just feel like this could all be done with just the AI improvement. Like I don't think there needs to be a difficulty option. I don't think there needs to be a difficulty option at all. Maybe a new game plus for like a difficulty thing, but like you don't need a new mode. The problem with Pokemon is the AI is dumb. You ever been saved playing Pokemon before where it's like, oh, hey, I'm about to die. Out of nowhere, the CPU goes for a growl. It's like, yo, I should have died here. Like, I'd much rather you fix the AI and give the difficulty option to the after game, the new game plus, and then the game just be harder.
That third thesis is finally relevant, and that is encouraging players to love and befriend their Pokemon. So Pokemon's always done this thing where they say the reason your player character is such a good trainer is because you love your Pokemon and you treat them like partners instead of tools. And until recently, they've done a really bad job reinforcing this through the mechanics. They could add an item like a friendship bracelet. And if you get that friendship bracelet, you can put it on your favorite Pokemon and they get all those bonuses. They get really strong. That way you can have your really powerful Pokemon and there can be like 2 or 3 friendship bracelets hidden in really difficult dungeons. So if you really want a team of overpowered Pokemon, then you can have it, and it's a reward instead of just something that's arbitrarily tied to the affection mechanic.
I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea. That's a weird nitpick. That's a weird nitpick because the thing about the Pokemon and me thing is it's optional. It's an optional thing. If you want busted Pokemon, you do that. It's an optional thing. It's really optional. It's kind of like how people complained about the experience share not being like a mandatory or being a mandatory thing. It's like wait a minute, but you do realize like them giving you the experience share mandatory, they also raised the Elite Four levels as well compared to older Pokemon games. And it made grinding easier. The reason why friendship makes a Pokemon busted and why it makes sense, like you mean to sit here and tell me like, oh, your Pokemon are so special. You're the chosen one. Oh my God. Yeah, I just ran through niggas. I just ran through the gym. Like it may be boring, but it makes sense. I like that your Pokemon, if you care about it enough, you live on 1 HP. I like that. I like where if, you love your Pokemon enough, he has the potential to miss. Because that's really close to the anime. Ash has sat here and literally told Pikachu to dodge a move, and on command, Pikachu has moved. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Instead of like a battle frontier or something, we're gonna have the battle simulator. Go out and collect it.
So he's saying take away IVs and EVs and essentially give people Pokemon Stadium. The rental Pokemon system.
Camera, zoom the camera out a little bit and have more of the overworld on screen at once.
I have sat here for far too long and heard enough of his last minute nitpicks. No. I'm not against the idea of removing IVs and giving players access to a Pokemon Stadium-ish battle system where you can give your Pokemon whatever moves they can learn and that be it. That's fine. But it's like an essential thing. Like, trading Pokemon is essential. Like, we could trade Pokemon off rip. I think a lot of his Pokemon game is not bad, but it's very casual friendly. And while I like a casual experience, at the same time, the diehards need to be fed. You can't just deny them that. So I like separating. I like the open worldness. I like the open world. I like separating and sectionalizing all of the regions. I like that. My only gripe is certain mons are better than other mons. I don't like how in his pitch he doesn't have any legendary Pokemon. I feel like legendary Pokemon are like the driving force for Pokemon story, and leaving it up to just the Mafia and your professor sending you out on stuff sounds boring. I like a good majority of this, but near the end and certain nitpicks, I wouldn't change. But overall, it was a good video. Don't let me make a Pokemon game. I'm here. I like this. I like it. It was cool. It was a cute video. It was dope. Anybody watching this video, leave a like, a comment, subscribe. 40% of you guys are not subscribed. Subscribe and comment how you felt about the video. Bye.